gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. We gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. Come to the light.
Love that song. We were
Yes,
just
I
talking
do.
about
We
that.
talking about Antonio's. We can't thank him enough for that
Yes,
song
thank you.
he made for us. And yes, I was looking at those clips he posted recently. Little
Yes,
clips,
he
and
was saying
those were
some
really,
really
really nice. Really, really
great
nice.
Ever wonder how
things.
your grandparents kept their home
Oh,
spot?
oops, sorry.
We didn't want to do that
Not
yet.
yet.
Not yet, but we got an exciting show,
We
you
are
guys.
getting into
We
that
do.
tonight.
Welcome back to Voices and Views with Zan and Chelz.
Yes.
Mhm.
Today we are reacting to 25 genius grandma household hacks you wish you knew sooner.
So let's get into it.
All right.
Without spending a fortune on fancy cleaning products, or how they managed to make
Gotta
everything last
rewind.
twice as long without YouTube tutorials. Ever wonder how your grandparents kept their homes spotless without spending a fortune on fancy cleaning products, or how they managed to make everything last twice as long without YouTube tutorials and life hack videos?
What's going on?
Well, turns out they were sitting on a gold mine of household wisdom that we've somehow forgotten in our rush to buy the latest gadget for every single problem. Today we're counting down
Anywhere you want to
25
pause
genius
in each
household
video,
tricks.
you just do that.
Okay.
So let's keep going.
That our
Yep.
grandparents used every single day. And honestly, you're going to wonder why nobody told you about these sooner. Some of these are so simple, you'll probably laugh, but trust me, they actually work better than most of the expensive stuff we buy today. So grab a notepad because you're definitely going to want to remember these. And hey, if this saves you even $5 on your next grocery trip, do us a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out.
Yes.
Let's jump right in.
Hit that like
Number
button.
25, baking soda for cleaning. Here's something your grandmother probably kept by the pound in her pantry, baking soda.
Baking soda.
Not for baking, mind you, but for cleaning literally everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Baking soda for cleaning.
Yeah, baking soda for cleaning was something I remember. And, I still use it occasionally. A lot of people don't know, just like it's going to show. It's not just for cooking and different things. Back in the day, it was a cleaner.
I remember my mom used to use baking soda to brush her teeth.
Yeah, people still do that now because it's
So,
safer and it's
yeah, and her
better.
teeth were
And
always
it
super
do
white.
a nice job on your teeth
Hmm.
also. It's a mild abrasive. It removes odors. So a lot of times people will sprinkle baking soda around. It has many uses.
Okay, so let's see what's next.
This stuff is like the Swiss Army knife of household products. Got a grimy sink? Sprinkle some baking soda, add a little water to make a paste, and watch years of stains disappear. The thing is, baking soda is a natural abrasive that's gentle enough not to scratch surfaces, but tough enough to remove stubborn grime. Your grandma probably scrubbed her stovetop with this after every Sunday dinner, and here's the kicker. It costs about 50 cents a box compared to those fancy cleaners that run you $5 or $6. She'd use it
Yes.
on her oven too.
Right.
Make a thick paste, let it sit overnight, and in the morning, all that baked on grease just wipes away. No harsh chemicals.
And that's
So
the
who
thing.
needs?
This is really money saving if you guys think about it.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
instead of buying all these separate things, you buy some baking soda and it has multiple uses.
And then just think of the oven cleaners nowadays. They're very strong. toxic for you breathing them in, and they're not cheap. And if you can use a box of baking soda or something to use it as a paste to scrub it, natural cleaner and definitely much cheaper.
Right? All right, so.
No overwhelming fumes that make you feel like you need a gas mask. Just good old
See?
sodium bicarbonate doing what it does best. The really clever
Yep.
part is that baking soda actually neutralizes odors instead of just covering them up. So when Grandma cleaned with it, things didn't just look clean, they actually were clean. Plus, if you
Right.
accidentally got some on your hands or even ingested a tiny bit, no big deal. Try that with modern oven cleaner and you'll be calling poison control.
Yeah.
Number 24, vinegar for fabric softener.
Oh, you get some on because oven cleaner, that stuff. You smelled oven cleaner before,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I
that
smelled it.
stuff will take you out of the game. I mean, it will really, really harm your eyes, your sinuses, everything.
Now, this one might sound crazy at first, putting vinegar in your washing machine, but hear me out. Your grandmother knew that white vinegar was basically liquid gold when it came to laundry. Forget those expensive fabric softeners with their artificial fragrances and chemicals you can't even pronounce. Just pour half a cup of white vinegar into the fabric softener compartment and let it work its magic.
Okay, so
Hmm.
white vinegar is fabric softener?
Mm. And they said it won't, it won't make it smell like vinegar. Wow.
Really?
Mm.
I feel like it would smell.
Yeah, vinegar has a very strong smell to
Yeah.
it. So let's see what
I mean,
happens.
I'll give it a try, but
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really
it's
kind of like,
reasonable. And if you try it and it don't work, you say, hey, this didn't work. But if it worked, think about it.
all right, yeah, for sure.
The acetic acid in vinegar breaks down soap residue that makes clothes feel stiff. It literally strips away all that leftover detergent that's been building up in your fabrics for who knows how long.
Wow.
And here's what's really wild. It doesn't make your clothes smell like a salad. The vinegar smell completely disappears once everything dries. In fact, it actually
Oh,
removes
okay.
odors. Got gym
Mm.
clothes that still smell funky even after washing? Vinegar takes care of that. Mildew smell in your towels? Gone.
Wow.
Plus, and
Really?
this is the part that would make your grandma proud, it helps preserve the elasticity in your clothes. So those
Mm.
expensive yoga pants you bought will actually last longer. The vinegar also helps prevent colors from fading and reduces static cling.
Wow.
Basically,
Oh my
it does everything
god.
fabric softener claims to do, but better and for about 1/10 of the price.
Did you hear that? Vinegar, 1/10 of the price. You can use it as fabric softener, TikTok, if you didn't know.
Vinegar as fabric softener, it said you can use, and you can just put it in the little section where you would pour your fabric softener, and it
Mm-hmm.
won't make your clothes smell like that. It said it'll take the smell away when you put it in a dryer. Wow.
That is
Wow.
crazy.
And it makes your fabric and your clothes last longer.
Mm-hmm. The
Wow.
elastic.
And you thought your grandma sometimes would just off a rocker.
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 23, toothpaste to clean silver. Your grandparents' generation didn't
Toothpaste to
run out and
clean
buy specialty
silver.
silver polish every time the good silverware started looking a bit tarnished. Nope.
Hmm.
They grabbed a tube of regular old toothpaste, not the gel kind, mind you, but the white paste variety. This trick works because
Okay.
toothpaste contains mild abrasives that are designed to clean your teeth without damaging the enamel. Turns
Hmm.
out, those same gentle abrasives are perfect for removing tarnish from silver. Just
Hmm.
squeeze a small amount.
So did you know this one? I feel like,
No, this one I didn't know. This one I didn't know with the silver.
yeah.
But you know what I did know? Baking soda would do the same thing too. I found discovered
Oh.
that baking soda, if you have like a silver chain or something that's
Mm-hmm.
tarnishing, just put some powder on a dry cloth and just scrub it and then just rinse it off. And it'll bring that back. You know, I found that out when I got tired of buying jewelry cleaner that wasn't doing anything. A toothpaste,
Yeah,
wow.
toothpaste.
All right.
Toothpaste
And just a
will
little
clean your
bit.
silver.
Just they just used a little bit of toothpaste to clean silver too. It wasn't a whole lot, and think of the savings and the cost.
Mm-hmm. Getting double use out of it.
It says it removes the tarnish and it will restore the shine. Wow.
Wow.
Onto a soft cloth, rub it gently on your silver jewelry or silverware, and watch
Mm,
decades of tarnish disappear like magic.
okay.
The key word here is gently. You're not scrubbing a burnt pan. The toothpaste does most of the work
Mm,
for you. After you've covered the piece, rinse it with warm water and dry it with a soft cloth. Boom. It looks like you just brought it home from the jewelry store. Your grandmother probably cleaned her wedding ring this way every few months. And here's a
mm.
bonus. It works on other metals too. Got
And it
some
works
brass
on other
candlesticks that
metals.
have
Wow.
seen better days?
Wow.
Toothpaste? Copper bottom pots looking dull? Toothpaste. It's basically a miracle worker for anything metal that's lost its shine. Number 22, repurpose old coffee.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
So I never knew that about the silver. So I feel like that's really interesting and it can save you guys
Yes.
so much money. And you can use baking soda if you just want to
Mhm.
use baking soda. So that's a really cool
Isn't
hack.
that something? The clean silver, just a little bit of toothpaste, and to clean the bottom of your pots
Mm-hmm.
and your pans. Wow, who knew? Well, I tell you what, I'm going to be changing some habits.
Right?
Right.
Coffee grounds. Coffee grounds. Most of us just toss
Mm,
them in the trash without a second thought. But your
not
grandparents?
me.
They saw gold in those used grounds. First off, coffee grounds are an incredible deodorizer. Put a bowl of dried grounds in your fridge, and it'll absorb odors better than baking soda.
What?
Yes.
Hold
Now
on.
I knew that one.
What?
I knew that one. It
Coffee
draw
grounds?
those odors. You know, how people usually put a box of baking soda sometimes in the fridge because
Mm-hmm.
they do that to draw the odors. But you can use coffee grounds to do that also.
Coffee
I
grounds.
did that one day when I was researching what you can do with those used coffee grounds, and I tested each thing to see if it actually works.
Wow.
There's more.
Yeah, let's see what else they've got.
Seriously, the nitrogen in coffee actually helps neutralize smells rather than just masking them. Got
Hmm.
garlic or onion smell on your hands after cooking? Rub some coffee grounds on them. Gone instantly. But wait, there's more. Coffee grounds make an amazing exfoliant for your skin. Mix them with a little
Hmm.
coconut oil, and you've got a body scrub that costs pennies compared to those fancy ones at the beauty store. The caffeine in
What?
the ground.
Yes, that's another one I knew. I tested that one out.
Wait, I do have a coffee scrub, body scrub, so.
But you don't need a coffee body scrub. That's you just need some coffee grounds and use
Mm-hmm.
something like some coconut oil or even baby oil.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It removes dark circles under your eyes. I
What?
did that demonstration live on a video one day
What?
on YouTube. Yeah, I kept one eye off and I showed them early in the morning that shadow and it removed it instantly. I only kept it on there for maybe a minute and wiped it off and showed them that it works. And it works on cellular light. It removes that appearance for a while.
Oh,
Like it
wow.
erase it like a marker.
I'm gonna have to give that a try.
It's a cheap one, coffee grounds.
Coffee
Don't
grounds.
throw them away. That's gold you're throwing away when you throw them away.
This can even help reduce the appearance of cellulite temporarily by
There you go.
improving blood flow to the area. Your grandmother probably didn't know the science behind it, but she knew it worked. And if you
Right.
garden,
Turn it
oh
up.
boy, plants love this stuff. Coffee grounds are rich in nitrogen, which plants need to grow. Acid-loving plants like azaleas, rhododendrons, and blueberries absolutely thrive when you add coffee grounds to their soil. Just sprinkle them around the base of the plant or mix them into your compost. Your grandparents probably had the best-looking garden on the block, and this was part of their secret. Number 21. Citrus peels to freshen garbage.
So,
Them
did
coffee
you
grounds,
know that
don't go
TikTok?
lightly on them.
Yeah, so coffee grounds, we can use them for cellulite to remove the appearance of cellulite. We
hmm
can use coffee grounds. What's the other hack?
For exfoliant, as an
Yeah, as a body
exfoliant.
scrub.
Yes, it's
And you
good
can
for
use it as
that.
a deodorizer.
Yes, and also to remove those dark circles under your eyes. And each one of
Hmm.
those things you use it, you need to mix it with an oil. Now, I've tested those on myself and did a video live to prove it works. But you do need to mix it with a little oil because coffee grounds are a little rough, you
You're
know.
right. Yeah, they
So
are.
just mix a little oil in there, like coconut oil, or I use baby oil. It works just as fine. Mix a little in so it's not as rough, but you will be surprised. You'll stop throwing those grounds away. Not to mention that they didn't mention, I don't think in here, I don't know if it comes up later, is other uses for coffee grounds.
Yeah, we talked about that
Yes,
time.
in your garden, your
The Did You
plants,
Know
and
episode.
yes, and it might mention it coming up, so we'll wait and see.
Yep.
disposal. That garbage disposal in your sink can start smelling like, well, garbage. But before you buy those expensive disposal cleaning pods, try what your grandma did. Save your lemon and orange peels. Every time you use a lemon for cooking or eat an orange, don't throw that peel in the trash. Toss it down the disposal instead. The natural
Hmm.
oils in
I
citrus
remember
peels
that
are
one.
incredibly
hmm
powerful deodorizers. Plus, the peels themselves help clean the blades as they get ground up. It's like giving your disposal a spa treatment. The citric acid cuts through grease and grime that builds up over time, while the fresh citrus scent makes your whole kitchen smell amazing. Here's the pro tip your grandma knew. Freeze the peels in ice cube trays with a little water. The ice
hmm
helps sharpen the disposal blades, while the frozen citrus chunks give everything a deep clean. Pop a couple of these citrus ice cubes down there once a week, and your disposal will never smell bad again. And unlike chemical cleaners, you're not putting anything harmful into the water system.
Okay, I did not know
Wow.
that.
Now I didn't know that extension on it.
Right.
But what isn't it neat though? You make them
Yeah.
into an ice cube and then just put a couple of the cubes of the frozen peelings from your citrus and just freeze them in a cube and put a couple of cubes in your garbage disposal. Wow.
Yep. And if you didn't know TikTok, what we're
hmm
reacting to, it's a genius hack that your
hmm
grandma probably used that you never knew.
hmm
And we're talking about how you can use citrus like lemon peels, orange peels, and put them in your disposal. And not only that,
hmm
you can put them in your ice cube tray and freeze them and then put them in your disposal. And it
hmm
sharpens the blades and it lasts longer and it just makes it smell fresh and clean. So don't throw away your lemons, your orange peels. Put them
Isn't
in your
that
disposal.
something? Your garbage or recyclable can be used again.
Yep.
It's completely natural, costs nothing extra since you were going to throw the peels away anyway, and it actually works better than most commercial products. Number 20. Newspaper for cleaning windows. Paper towels for windows? Your grandparents would laugh at that. They knew the secret to streak-free windows was yesterday's newspaper. Sounds weird, right? But
No, I
there's
know
actually
about that.
This is
Do you
actually
know
really
about
funny
that? Because I do.
because my dad does a lot of these hacks. Like my dad used to put
Mm-hmm.
his citrus in the disposal, and my
Mm-hmm.
dad used to always clean. We had a glass table in the living room. He would always clean it with newspaper,
Mm-hmm.
like old newspaper. I was like, "Why are you doing that?"
Mm-hmm.
And he would ball it up too, like to
You
make it a
have
little
to,
rougher.
and you have to do that. And I never realized the technique, what was behind the crumpling of
Yeah,
until I watched this video. It says because I have to make sure it gets that filled so it can get into certain grooves and stuff. I just thought you had to make sure it fit, but I did
right.
know about that. So let's finish this
Yeah,
one and then we'll break.
yeah. Okay.
science behind this. Newspaper doesn't leave lint behind like paper
Right.
towels do. The
That's
ink
correct.
acts as a mild abrasive that helps remove stubborn spots, and the paper itself is just absorbent enough to soak up the cleaning solution without falling apart. Here's how Grandma did it. Spray your window with a mixture of water and a little vinegar. Then crumple up a sheet of newspaper and wipe in circular motions. The key is the
Yeah.
crumpling. It
Hmm.
creates tons of edges that grab onto dirt and grime.
Right.
Plus, newspaper is thinner than paper towels, so you can feel exactly where you need to apply more pressure. The best part? You're recycling something you were going to throw away anyway.
Hmm.
Your grandparents didn't call it being eco-friendly, they called it being smart with money. One
That's right. Grandparents knew what they were doing. You probably thought your dad was just couldn't afford paper towels. He knew exactly what he's doing. You probably thought, what in the world is my dad doing? But he knew what he was doing.
Right.
Newspaper has always worked better on glass than paper towels and stuff any day. And you
Hmm.
notice they didn't say you spray it with Windex and clean it. They
Oh, they
say
didn't.
use vinegar and water.
Wow.
They didn't say Windex. They said go
Right.
ahead and spray it with vinegar and water because that's better than Windex also.
All right. So let's move on.
Yes, isn't that something? Already I'm gonna learn to save some money, and I hope everybody else out there gonna learn to save some money
Yes,
because
these are such money saving hacks.
these hacks, even if you do one or two of them, and then you just kind of get used to that for a while to get that in your rotation, and then
Mm-hmm.
add something else and get that in your rotation, and you'll find yourself saving money. You guys saving money. All right, let's break and read a few community announcements. And you guys, if you have any comments, feel free to go ahead and put them up there and we'll just read a few announcements. Saturday, May 16th, tomorrow, that is, 8 to 12 a.m., The Real Deal. They will be at the King's Barn Grill and it'll be from 8 to 12 a.m. So, you guys, Freeport, I know you're ready. Go out there and support the real deal out there at the King's Barn Grill, and
Mm-hmm.
also support the King's Barn Grill.
Yep,
We can't
they
just
are a local
go
business.
to support them. They are a local business, and I forget have nothing but good things to say about them. And their food is amazing,
They
and
do have really good food.
yeah, they do, and nice service, and I've always felt welcome. So, voices and views here, King's Bar and Grill. Somebody want to let them know we showed them some love, and go out there, let them know when you're there that we showed them some love, and check out the real deal. Memorial Day, May 25th, 11:01. It's the Children's Mental Health Awareness Community Celebration and Proclamation. Now, that's here, a Memorial Children's Mental Health Awareness Community Celebration during Memorial Day. Will be a parade there. It will be vendors there, and that's at the Freeport Art Plaza from 11 to 1 p.m. The event is by Hope Wins and 7 others. And I know 2 of the others. One of them is Operation Love Freeport. Will be helping to
Yay.
sponsor this event. Also, High Hope
Yes.
Freeport is sponsoring.
Operation Love and High
But
Hope
we are
Report.
so excited, and Voices and Views will be there on the scene. Yes, Views gonna be there on the scene. You guys, come on out, check out what we have, check out our merchandise, check out what we have to offer, and learn more about this and support the event for the children's mental health. All right, the end of the school year dance that's coming up. All right, May 29th, 7 to 10 p.m. We want to support our kids also and shout out what they have going on. The fifth through the eighth graders this time is $2 for the members and it's $3 for non-members. And Mike J will be in the house spinning the music again. It will be at the King Campus Community Campus, 511 South Liberty. This event is not affiliated with the Freeport School District, you guys. Come on out and enjoy this.
The Real Deal said, "Thank you, ladies. We appreciate you all."
Oh, yes, without a doubt. We got your Real Deal, Ben. We got you. We got you. And let people know to go out there and enjoy themselves. And Real Deal, let the bar know that we shouted them out. We appreciate them. All right, we got somebody else here.
Yep, and my mom Janet says, "Real Deal will be there 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. tomorrow, or is that 8 p.m. to 12 a.m.?"
8 p.m.
8
to
p.m.
12
to 12
a.m.
a.m.
Yes, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Yes, they will be there tomorrow, and you guys go on out and check them out at the King's Bar and Grill. All right. The 8th annual Community Fun Day free bicycle giveaway is coming up the end of the month of May 30th at Taylor Park. And that's going to be from 1 until they're all done, you guys. So come out and support the 8th Community Fun Day. It says they will have fun for all ages. All kids' games will include prizes, free refreshments for all attendees, and they're doing a free bike raffle. And it's for the kids for 13 and under. They must have a parent or guardian there to receive a free bike. And last but definitely not least, the first ever Juneteenth parade, Walk With Us in Unity. It's going to be a 3-day event, June 19th through June 21st. And it'll be at Taylor Park, 19th for the lineup. For the parade will start at Taylor Park at 9:30, and the parade will start at 11:30. It'll feature dance teams, live drums, candy for the crowd. They'll have concessions and a lot of other things going on. I'm calling all business and organizations to create your own banners and come walk with us. They have vendor opportunities and the price is reasonable. It covers all 3 days. The business is $50, nonprofits only $25, and youth vendors $10 for all 3 days. Sunday, church in the park, a lot of the features. They got Father's Day grill off and a lot of other community events. Contact Akia Sanders, 815-238-3601 for more information. All right, all right. So that'll do it for our community announcements. And we can get back on into it.
All right, let's get back into these hacks.
Yes, yes, yes. So we can save some more money.
I wish we had a little counter that just like showed people how much money they're saving.
Isn't that something? Wouldn't that be something? We can do some research on that,
right. That would be cool.
though.
Sunday paper could clean every window in the house. Try doing that with a roll of paper towels that costs $4. And here's something else. The newspaper ink actually leaves an invisible film that helps repel dust, so your windows stay
Nice.
cleaner longer. Number 19.
Didn't know
Old
that
socks
part.
as
Me neither.
dusting mitts. Before there were microfiber cloths and static charge dusting wands, there were old socks. Your grandmother never threw away a sock with a hole in it. That sock just
I remember
graduated
that.
to a new job. Slip it over your hand like a mitt, and suddenly you've got the perfect dusting tool. The fabric of a worn sock is actually ideal for picking up dust. It's soft enough not to scratch surfaces, but has enough texture to grab onto dust particles. Plus, you can get into tight spaces that those fancy dusting tools can't reach. Sealing fan blades? Easy. Just slip the sock over each blade and slide it along. All
Wow.
And I have a 30-gallon bag right now, socks, and half of them probably need to go in the garbage. And I need to start using them to dust with because they're
Yeah.
really good on the blinds, to dust the blinds. You slip your hand in there
Mhm.
and you can remove all of that.
So, if you didn't know, they just said you can use old socks as a dusting mitt. So you just
Yes.
slip it on and you just use it to dust with.
And we accumulate those old socks so fast. So
Yeah, so
why
don't just
worry
throw
about going to
away
grab
your
a
old
rag or buy a
socks.
rag? Grab an old sock, as long as it's clean. Make sure it's clean.
Right?
Okay.
the dust gets trapped inside the sock instead of falling on your furniture. Blinds are even better. Put a sock on each hand, spray a little furniture polish on them, and you can clean both sides of the blind slats at the same time. What would take 20 minutes with a regular cloth takes 5 minutes with the sock method. Your grandma probably had a whole drawer of these dusting socks, different ones for different jobs. And when they got too dirty, just toss them in the washing machine and they're good as new. Well, good as old, but you get the idea. Number 18, cornstarch for carpet cleaning. Carpet stains were no match for your grandmother's cornstarch arsenal. This stuff is basically the unsung hero of household cleaning. Got a greasy stain on your carpet? Don't panic and definitely don't rub it in deeper with water. Grab the cornstarch instead. Sprinkle a generous amount directly on the stain and let it sit for at least 15 minutes. The cornstarch absorbs the oil like a sponge, then just vacuum it up. The stain comes up with the powder. It's like
I didn't know that.
I did not know
Did you
that.
know that? I didn't know
No.
that, and I always have cornstarch on hand.
Yeah, I have a lot of
Wow.
cornstarch, so
I always have cornstarch on hand. And all of this stuff, it has one thing in common. It's stuff that we already have
right.
around us. It's not sending us to the store to buy this or that. It's like getting a final use of something before you discard it. But the one thing I would say, I have enough old socks, I wouldn't wash them. I'll just toss them and find the next one that needs to go. That is something else.
Yeah.
magic, except it's just science. Your grandma probably kept a box of cornstarch specifically for cleaning emergencies. But here's where it gets even better. Cornstarch also works as a carpet deodorizer. Mix it with a few drops of essential oil, sprinkle it all over your carpet, let it sit for half an hour, then vacuum. Your carpets will smell
But
fresh without any
Mm-hmm.
of those.
what? So you can
Mm-hmm.
use cornstarch in two different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it to clean up stains. If you have to put it on immediately, sprinkle it on and then clean up the stain and it'll
Mm-hmm.
come right up. The other way is how what did he just say?
To
I
mix
forgot.
it with the
He said,
essential
yeah, you mix it with
oils.
essential oils
Yes, and then you sprinkle it on your carpet.
and sprinkle it on your carpet
And let
and
it
then you can
sit there
just
for a while. Then
vacuum it up as a
that's right.
deodorizer.
That's right. And it'll smell good. The oils will have it smell good. So, and the cornstarch to remove the stains. Isn't that something?
Yeah. So I know you probably have some cornstarch sitting around.
Oh yeah, they have some cornstarch.
Artificial fragrances that trigger allergies. And if you've
Hmm.
got pets, this is a game changer. Cornstarch can neutralize pet odors better than most commercial products. Plus, it's completely safe if your dog or cat happens to walk through it. Try saying that about chemical carpet cleaners. The cost difference is insane too. A box of cornstarch costs about $2 and can clean your carpets multiple times. Number 17, save leftover bread for crumbs. Throwing away stale bread was basically a crime in your grandparents' house. That slightly hard loaf wasn't trash. It was the beginning of next week's meatloaf, or breadcrumb coating for
Meatloaf.
chicken, or stuffing for Sunday.
Yes.
What?
You put breadcrumbs in
Stale
meatloaf.
bread?
Stale bread is breadcrumbs.
Really?
That's all it is. Stale bread is breadcrumbs. But what we buy in the store, it has whatever they decide to mix in with it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is artificial, but it's supposed to be real bread that has gone stale and it's dried out, and you use it for breadcrumbs. And with bread, most of the time, yeah, with meatloaf, most of the time, if your bread, you don't have any dry, stale bread, you toast some bread, because you're trying
Mm-hmm.
to give it that same hard, then you just crumble the crumbs up. But yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Used to take bread before, you don't want moldy bread.
Right,
No,
right.
I don't
Not
mean
not
moldy bread.
moldy, but
I just mean once it get hard, before it gets to that point, crumble it up a lot into breadcrumbs, get your container and put it in and reserve it, and you'll automatically have breadcrumbs for whatever you need.
wow, I
Yes.
have a lot to learn about cooking, I guess.
Yes. A lot of hacks.
Dinner. They understood something we've forgotten. Stale bread is actually more useful than fresh bread for certain things. Here's what they did. Take that day-old bread, tear it into chunks, and pulse it in a food processor. Or if you're really old school like Grandma, grate it on a
Toasted.
box grater.
To
Now
toast
you've got
it.
fresh breadcrumbs that taste 10 times better than those sandy things in a can. Store them in the freezer, and they last for months. But breadcrumbs were just the beginning. Stale bread makes the best French toast because it soaks up the egg mixture without falling apart. It makes superior
Oh,
bread pudding for the same reason. And
Mm-hmm.
crushed up.
so stale bread to make French toast.
Yes. And tell them why.
I don't know why.
And you gotta tell them why. The reason why is, when you're making French toast most of the time and you get fresh bread, it gets so soggy.
Oh
And
yeah,
when you're
yeah.
dipping it in the egg, but if the bread is kind of stale, it'll hold its form for you,
Right, yeah.
and it'll absorb the egg, but it'll still hold the form for it. So that's why. Not old bread, just bread that may be a little going stale.
Yep.
Up with some herbs and olive oil, it becomes the perfect topping for casseroles. Your grandmother probably had a specific drawer or tin where all the bread ends went. Nothing was wasted. Number 16, lemon juice for stain removal. Before there was
Lemon juice for stain
Mm-hmm.
removal.
Mm-hmm. Anybody heard of that out there? I'm sure you have. Lemon juice can remove stains. Lemon juice is powerful. Yes, it's powerful. You can move stains off cutting boards and different places where you have stains.
Hmm.
It'll tell you more about it.
OxyClean, there was lemon juice. Your grandmother knew that this simple citrus fruit was basically bleach from nature. Got a stubborn stain on a white shirt? Squeeze some
What?
lemon juice on it, let it sit in the sun for an hour, then wash as usual. The citric acid breaks down the stain, while the sun amplifies the bleaching effect. It's like a 1-2 punch from Mother Nature herself. Coffee stains, wine stains, grass stains, they all surrender to lemon juice. But here's
Wow.
what's really
Hmm.
clever. Lemon juice also works on hard surfaces. Those yellow stains in your bathtub, lemon juice and salt. The cutting board that's seen better days, lemon juice and coarse salt, scrub, and it looks brand new. Your grandma
Oh.
probably went through lemons like crazy, and not just for her tea. She knew that lemon juice could remove rust stains from clothes, brighten whites without harsh chemicals, and even remove those mystery stains that nobody wants to talk about. Mix lemon juice with cream of tartar, and you've got a paste that can tackle almost any stain on any surface. Number 15.
Look at that lemon
What?
juice. Lemon juice. The stains. And just think. What do you think about, he said, with the white shirt?
I never knew that you could just clean your
Wow.
whites like that. I'll have to give that a try because I definitely have lemon juice on hand. I use
Mm-hmm.
that a lot for cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, lemon juice as stain remover.
Yes. And they
Give it a
said,
try on your whites.
right. And it also said you can use it for cleaning your tub. If you put salt with it, with the lemon juice, I guess coarse salt, they say work good. I guess to make it abrasive, give it a little
Mm-hmm.
scrub. But the lemon juice is supposed to remove the stains. Wow. Okay.
Cucumber for removing pests. This one sounds like an old wives' tale, but it's absolutely true. Cucumbers repel ants and cockroaches. Your grandmother didn't need an exterminator, she had the produce aisle. Here's why it works. Cucumbers contain compounds that ants and roaches absolutely hate. Place cucumber slices or peels near ant entry points in your pantry or anywhere you've seen these pests, and watch them disappear. They won't cross that cucumber barrier. It's like an invisible force field made of salad ingredients.
But okay, so I
Wow.
go through so many cucumbers
Mm-hmm.
at my house, and I never knew this. So I definitely need to try this
You need to
one.
save those peels because it
Yes,
says
I
it
need
repels
to.
ants and roaches and all that. Just the peels, and all you have to do is put. You don't have to use slices. It says slices, but I'm not gonna waste my whole cucumber
Right.
if you can use the peels to just lay around, and the ants and the roaches, they can't stand it. It says they won't come over that barrier. Wow.
The best part is it's completely safe around kids and pets. No toxic sprays,
Hmm.
no chemical residue, just cucumber doing what cucumber does. Your grandma probably kept cucumber peels specifically for this purpose. After making her cucumber sandwiches, those peels went straight to strategic locations around the kitchen. But wait, it gets better. Cucumber slices also work in the garden to deter certain pests. Slugs and snails won't go near them.
What?
Place rings of cucumber slices around plants you want to protect. It's organic pest control that you can eat when you're done. Number 14, aluminum
Who gonna
foil
eat?
for sharpening scissors. Dull scissors.
What?
Excuse me, but who's gonna eat it when you're done? After you put it out for the slugs and the
Right,
pests?
yeah. I think that's a bit
Cucumbers in
much.
your garden to repel the slugs and other pests. That's good. I'm gonna put it
Hmm.
some in my around my plants and in my plants out there and see what happens because I have a couple of old cucumbers on the counter right now. I'm gonna cut those peels off and put
Hmm.
them around.
And another thing I wanted to keep reminding you guys is that this
Hmm.
is a great ways to save money.
Yes,
Like
right.
so much money saved. A cucumber is
Yes,
like 60 cents or something.
yes. And think if it can repel this or repel that, if you have a garden or whatever, it's not going to be, your garden's not going to be eaten up. And, think of the money you're saving.
Hmm.
Cucumber. Come on now. Wow. I'm amazed.
Me too. So aluminum foil.
Scissors were never a problem in your grandparents' house, and they didn't own a fancy scissor sharpener either. They had aluminum foil. Take a sheet of foil, fold it over several times so you have about 6 to 8 layers, then cut through it with your dull scissors. Make long cuts from base to tip. After about 10 cuts, your scissors are sharp again. It's
Mm.
absolutely mind-blowing how well this works. The foil acts as a very fine sharpening stone.
So
So
my
you can
mind blown.
sharpen scissors with aluminum foil. I did
Wow.
not know that. I don't even think I've seen my grandma do that one.
So if that works, people wouldn't have to worry about having sharpeners. Just get some foil, and it probably works. Just get some foil. You think about the price of a box of foil; it's still going to be cheaper than a sharpener.
Exactly. And
Wow!
or going to pay to get
And
your
just
knife
cut.
sharpened.
It said you just have to cut at least 10 times, and each time it'll be sharpening more. Wow!
I'm gonna try that when I get home
I'm
actually.
gonna be I'm gonna be trying some of these hacks like I did before. I just tried different ones, and then when I found the ones that worked, I made a video about it. I did. I made a video.
I have to check that video out.
Yeah,
I want to
I
see. I want to
did.
see these hacks.
And I looked back, and one of them was way up there in views because I haven't checked on it in years.
Honing the blade edges as you cut. Your grandmother probably sharpened every pair of scissors in the house this way. Sewing scissors, kitchen shears, even those tiny nail scissors. All it took was a piece of foil that cost maybe 2 cents. But here's another foil trick she knew. Crumpled aluminum foil makes an excellent scrubber for your grill or oven racks. It's abrasive enough to remove burnt-on food but won't scratch the metal like steel wool might. And if you really want to blow your mind, a ball of aluminum foil in your dryer reduces static. Your
What?
grandparents didn't know why it worked.
Hold on.
Stop the press. Stop the press with that one.
We can use aluminum foil to clean grills. And we can put it in our dryer.
And I'm gonna try it because tomorrow Operation Love is feeding the homeless, and we're gonna grill some brocks and hot dogs. So I gotta get started early on that. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ball up some foil and see if it'll scrub the grill, it said.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did it say it'll do?
He said you can throw it in your dryer.
Oh, for the static clean.
Oh.
It says you can take foil and make it into a ball, and you can toss it into your dryer, and it'll eliminate that static cling in your clothes. That's something we can try too.
Yeah.
Wow, we gotta try some of these hacks, and you tell me which ones you try. I'll tell you ones which we try, and then when we get around to doing the second part of this, because we're not gonna finish this all in one. So when we get around to doing the second part, we
Mm-hmm.
can share, some of the ones that we tried.
Right. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
That'll be fun, and then we'll be saving some money for ourselves. I'm gonna drop a hint. My co-hosts don't know. Remember that you don't have to go out there working all these different jobs to make more. The key is save more. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
If you teach yourself ways to save, simple ways to really save and get into that, you're making more. And you don't have to go out there and have 3 or 4 different jobs doing this and doing that. Just check it out and run a little tally for a little while and see if you're actually saving and see how mind blowing it is. Just try it. So that's the title I want you to remember, and I'll tell you more about that news coming up in the future. Okay?
Okay.
Remember that title. You don't have to go and make more. You just have to learn to save.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. I'm gonna try that aluminum foil tomorrow.
Yes, I am gonna
Yes,
try it
I
too.
am. Clean my grill with it.
Worked, they just knew it did. Number 13, rubber band to open jars.
Now I knew that one.
That stubborn pickle jar was no match
Oh.
for Grandma's rubber band trick.
What?
While we're out here
Mhm.
buying jar opening gadgets and running jars under hot water, she just grabbed a thick rubber band, wrap it around the lid of the jar, and suddenly you've got superhuman grip strength. The rubber band increases friction dramatically, making it almost impossible for your hand to slip. This simple trick has probably prevented more jar-related frustration than any gadget ever invented. Your
Yes.
grandmother likely kept a few thick rubber bands
Yes.
in her kitchen drawer specifically
That's
for this
true.
purpose. But she didn't stop there.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I did not know this, and I struggle with jars all the time. I have to give it to my boyfriend because I can't even open them.
I know. Passing along.
So
Say,
I
open
need
this,
to try
babe.
this.
And and it have been proven because some jars now, you'll notice on certain things, the inside, the factories have made the inside rubbery, like a rubber feel on the inside seal to
Yeah.
make them easier. And that's because back in the day, you put a rubber band around the jar and it would give it instant grip, and you can just pop just about any any jar open with a
Wow.
rubber band. Yeah.
I'm
I
definitely trying
I knew
that.
that one.
I am definitely trying that.
Yeah, and all of these are inexpensive, proven things that work and save money.
Rubber bands had dozens of uses in her household arsenal. Wrap one around a slipping cutting board to keep it in place. Put them around the ends of hangers to keep clothes from sliding off. Use them to keep cabinet doors closed if the latch is broken. She even used them to mark different family members' drinking glasses at parties. Different colored bands meant different people. No confusion, no extra dishes to wash. The versatility of a simple rubber band in your grandparents' hands was truly something to behold. Number 12. Repurpose old t-shirts for cleaning rags. Your grandparents never bought cleaning rags, ever. Why would they when every worn-out t-shirt was a future cleaning cloth waiting to happen? That shirt with the hole under the arm didn't go in the trash. It went to the rag drawer. Cut into squares, old t-shirts make the best cleaning rags imaginable. The cotton is soft enough for delicate surfaces, but durable enough for tough jobs. They're absorbent, washable, and when they finally fall apart after months of use, you don't feel bad throwing them away because they already had a full life as clothing. Your grandma probably had a whole system. White shirts became kitchen rags. Colored
Now, how many people do this? Because I actually knew this one, and I actually do this one. So
I do too. I always, if I got an old T-shirt or something, it's not going anywhere. It's lived its life. Cut it in, cut some squares, cut some pieces off of it, and make some rags out of it. They're great for cleaning rags. You're going to throw it away anyway. And so when you get tired of the rags, find you another T-shirt, or maybe that T-shirt's still around. You can cut you some more squares off of it. Save money. Why go out and buy a bag of rags?
Right. It's the same thing.
Same thing. And the T-shirts are probably better.
Right.
Than what you'll find these thin rags in
Right.
the stores.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got time for a couple of more, I believe.
Oh, do we? It is 7.
Let's see. Gonna do one more?
Yeah, we can do one more.
Okay.
shirts were for dirty jobs, like cleaning the car or wiping up spills in the garage. The really soft ones were saved for dusting furniture. And flannel shirts, those were gold, perfect for polishing glass and mirrors without leaving lint. This wasn't just about being frugal, though that was certainly part of it. These homemade rags actually worked better than store-bought ones. They'd been washed dozens of times, so they were incredibly absorbent. Number 11, shoe polish to restore leather. That expensive leather
Shoe
restoration
polish
kit at
to
the
restore leather. See, I actually
Yes.
knew this one because I was in ROTC
Really?
in
And
high
I did
school.
not know this one.
Yeah, I was in ROTC in high school, and we always had to shine our shoes
Oh, yeah. And
with shoe polish.
okay. And so now they're showing it that you can use it for furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can use it on furniture. You can use it on different leather things.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Let's
That
see what else they
is
say on the shoe
interesting.
polish.
Yeah, let's see.
Furniture store? Your grandfather would have laughed at it. He had shoe polish, and that's all he needed. Black shoe polish for black leather furniture, brown for brown, clear for everything else. A little polish, a soft cloth, and some elbow grease could make a 20-year-old leather chair look like it just came from the showroom. The key was regular maintenance. He didn't wait for the leather to crack and fade. Every few months, out came the shoe polish. It conditions the leather, fills in small scratches, and adds a protective layer against future damage. Your leather jacket looking a bit worse for wear? Shoe polish. Leather purse lost its luster? Shoe polish. Even leather car seats got the shoe polish treatment. It's the same principle. Leather is leather, whether it's on your feet or your furniture. But here's the really clever part. Shoe polish can color match small repairs. Got a scratch on your leather couch? Find the right shade of polish and it practically disappears.
Wow. And what had me amazed on this shoe polish deal, you're right. If it works on leather shoes, it should work on the other leather.
Right.
And I'm thinking that, you know, I have so many leather jackets and some of them really need to be touched up. They just need some help. And so I think I'm going to get some black shoe polish and get them all back looking brand new. Yeah, they say you just have to keep touching it up like every 3 months or something, and before stuff start cracking, and you won't have to worry about that.
That'd be nice for like a leather couch if you have a leather couch and it starts to fade after, you know, people sitting on it a lot or whatever.
And bring it back to life.
Yeah.
Yes. Man, this has been really, really good. This has been really a good, interesting episode, interesting show. Of course, we didn't get through them all. Where did we leave off at anyway? We got to remember that so we can pick back up where we left off. This is all out of order here on mine. So we left off at the shoe polish. I remember that.
Yeah, we can just say
remember
on
we
shoe
left
polish.
out. Yeah. So we will resume. It will be a part 2 because we want you guys to really get into it and really get into trying some of these things. And if they save you some money, get used to them and just think of how much money you can save yourself. And you're not going out to buy anything. Most of this stuff you're going to find right at home. Right at home. And why not save some money? Why not save some money? So next time you join us and you know we're going to do this again, bring you a notepad so you can jot down some notes. Yeah. And when something interests you and you can say, oh, I want to try that. So just bring a notepad.
Thanks for the love. Thanks
for the love. And thank you guys for joining in again. This is episode 69. Episode 69. Thank you, TikTok, for all the love you sending up over there. And thank you, Facebook. And thank you, YouTube. Thank you guys for all tuning in. When we come back, we'll be on episode 70. Yes. Oh, my God. And episode 70, we have a guest coming. So you guys stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bye.
We gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. We gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight.